Hello and welcome back to our very slow let's play of Xenoblade Chronicles. We are still in the Temple of Tedium. Although some people in the thread expressed an interest in this place and said they liked it. The only thing I can say, and this is very important, probably see a doctor, ask to have your head checked. Now one of the things you may have noticed me doing in fast forward is popping into lots of the glowy windows that the machines have come out of. This is for two reasons. One, as some of you may have guessed, yes, I am just trying to smash the characters in the wall out of boredom. And two, I couldn't remember how obvious this secret room was. As you can see, we've just run through the map. If you look in the top right hand corner, we're in a room that's not connected to anything. We've actually found a little secret area with a robot in who is, you know, just chilling and minding his own business. He's even called Calm and Zabby. He's a unique, about a level beneath us. Nothing special really, just a slightly tougher version of what we've been fighting so far, so physical damage mitigation. Takes longer to fight than is actually interesting. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Although I did notice, annoyingly, as I walked in here, that it is the second treasury room. So maybe there's another one hidden in here. I mean, I never said that this was the best LP of this game you're ever going to see. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure I didn't say comprehensive or good in the opening post. So rather than alarm you all by 100%ing everything and showing everything interesting, I will, you know, continue to half-ass this area. That's pretty much it. We've finally reached the Tower of Trials, which is somewhere we saw Melia go across. For those of you who've forgotten what's going on, much like I have, here's a quick refresher. Melia's people are kind of racist. She needs to prove that she is super awesome in order to become future princess of Birdie Races and Land, Alchemoth and the Hyentia. To do so, she has to get the approval of a talking wall. But as she goes to exit the Beige Temple, she's ambushed by an aggressive racist. I guess this game's version of the KKK. And is about to be murdered, unless we intercede. We, following through, have Alvis with us. And Ryan was, as usual, a complete dick and got us thrown into a pool, so we've had to take the long way round, meaning we have to spend even longer in this temple thing than would be necessary if we were just following Melia. Just like the rest of the cast at the moment, Ryan is my least favourite character right now. You may have noticed there was a little cut there. I found at the bottom of one of the climbing walls was a gap you could climb down to and explore. And I spent time doing this, and you know what I discovered? Nothing! It really was a piece of wall and an outcropping that you can go and look at for no reason, and I've looked it up. Nothing. Just a big old ledge of nothing. Oh well. I discovered the fast forward function in Avisynth, so this has been a lot less painful than it needs to be. The back end, it wasn't so bad playing it because, to be honest, I just watched Despicable Me 2. Which is another reason it's sped up and heavily edited, because when you're watching minions shout bottom and hit each other, you just run into walls and die a lot on this. It's a fair price to pay though, because the rest of the game is so stellar. I know I have said nothing but bad things about this area, but it's a really small portion of the game compared to what we've played so far, let alone what we're going to play. And it's not that bad well, it's not as bad if you run straight through it. I just tortured myself by ramming myself against every wall, finding as many collectibles as possible in the hopes that I wouldn't have to come back here later. Look at all those shades of beige. Just beige. But hey, ceiling door.
Melia, half Homs. Melia!
So? That's Olivia, in the tomb. Why should you care when you're about to meet your death?
Let's focus our efforts.
Okay, so we're fighting another Telethia. There's actually two people in this fight. Tyrea is involved as well. Working on the Telethia first for a couple of reasons. Number one, takes up too much of the screen, and Tyrea is tiny. So for visibility reasons, we will be killing the giant, angry, magical creature first. Second, its aura is a pain in the arse, and it can do lots of damage. It can also stun us in various ways, so you have to run around and cheer up your party members and, you know, yell go team and high five each other. As you may have guessed, Solidum, the first part of this particular Telethia's name, is just one of the Latin roots of the word solid. Vaguely, someone will correct me with the specifics about the Latin, but they said solidus, we say solid. The Telethia is solid. For now, I mean, for this fight we pretty much just want to power through. I've just got 3 damages. We're controlling Shulk because obviously Telethia, all Telethia we come across have the aura that lets them tell the future and generally mess us up. Riki's there because I love having a character who yells Riki Sneaky or Bitey Bitey followed by thousands of damage appearing on the screen. There is no time that will not amuse me. And Dumban, because Dumban is just awesome. He does really shine in the Alchemos sections. He is just full of sick burns and sarcasm. It's great. You can see at no point we've really come close to dying. Dumban's taking a lot of it because he does have a couple of rage building skills. Even though everyone's on par on damage, he's annoying it more. And now we're down at the point where we're fighting a human, so Shulk becomes less than ideal. But thankfully the game has actually planned for this. So Tyrea doesn't functionally have that much health. She does normal damage for an enemy, but the game does treat you as though you only have 2 fully useful characters, which is nice. Compared to a couple of times in the game where you can get caught with Shulk and the game, you know, you have the option of not having Shulk as a party member, so the game treats you like you've got 3 fully useful members and Shulk just doinks off stuff uselessly. Obviously you do have the option as well of having the AI control Shulk for a lot of these fights, so when you do need Shulk's abilities, you're not forced to control him, but it's not the most reliable thing in the world. Playing with any of these characters, you will get more out of it yourself if you play with them. The AI, like anything, is never going to match how well a person can play the character. But in Shulk's case, and in a couple of fights later on with Melia, if you don't control them, you're kind of screwed, because what they need to do is actually time sensitive and you do rely on it. It's not fun playing part of this game and going, I really hope the computer casts this spell, and the computer's like just rubbing its face on an enemy going, I hit you now, I hit you now. Those guys are fine. And of course we still do have the utility of being able to lay down status effects with Shulk, so we can break her. We can buff our allies. Even when Shulk's not doing much damage, he's still useful to run around with and play as. In fact, a lot of the time I don't notice. I kind of go on autopilot, and even though I am only doing 1 damage, I'm still playing as I would normally.
Hero dun dun go! Leave it to me! Worldly smash! Good job, everyone!
Ricky was cool.
Perfect! How good a wing! Worldly smash! How good a wing! Stay focused! Hey! Monster! Hey! Shadow
It's not over! Telethia! Kill as many of them as you can! Keep clear! The Telethia is destroying itself! What?
Almost bought it. Alvis, thank you.
My pleasure, Shulk.
Why did you come?
The Monado gave me a warning that you were in danger. I'm just glad we made it.
Hey, Shulk. Whoever that was is gone.
So, they escaped.
Shulk. Everyone. I thank you. You saved me.
Ricky, Smiley, Smiley! Millie, all safe! All thanks to Hero Pawn! Oh.
That's not how I remember it, Cheeseball.
And that concludes my report on events in the tomb.
So, there are forces working in the shadows.
However, this is purely circumstantial. Nothing can be proven.
Inquisitors of the Bionite Order, dedicated and devoted to the Bionis.
The Order was dissolved under the rule of the Emperor Lumion, 47th successor to the throne, due to its extreme practices.
Like puppet masters pulling the strings from the shadows. I believe their bloodline was lost to the ages.
Her Highness the First Consort is currently residing in the Tower of Investigation. The Ministry of Investigation's judgment should be imminent.
Oh, that may not be enough. I myself must shine a light on the truth.
Agreed.
Mother.
Melia.
Your Majesty.
You have returned unharmed from the tomb. The Forefathers have spoken.
But if it hadn't been for Shulk...
Callian has informed me of what happened. There is no reason to doubt your legitimacy to the throne.
Believe in yourself, Crown Princess.
Brother,
Tomorrow will be the investiture ceremony. At the appointed time, you will become my successor. Be proud.
I will.
Melia, my child, I am overjoyed at how far you have come. You are truly worthy of the throne. Continue the legacy of your High Entia and Hom's bloodline. You are the hope of Bionis.
Oh, Ricky and friends helped save Melly. Ricky very happy.
We're all relieved. But something's still bothering me.
What is it?
Why was Melia chosen as the crown princess? Shouldn't Callian have been the one to ascend? And her foe in the tomb clearly opposed that decision.
You have a point.
Callian is more than a worthy candidate. What reason could they have for choosing Melia? And why would Callian go along with this?
It's a mystery.
Our apologies. His Majesty the Emperor summons you.
Finally! He's gonna let us into Prison Island. Yeah.
His Majesty awaits you in the audience chamber. He asks that you join him shortly.
Welcome. Welcome.
What is it?
Shulk, forgive us for detaining you earlier. You and I are not of the same people. But this I must say. Thank you for helping Melia Antigua, my daughter. It was no small feat.
Not at all. I too must apologize for meddling in your customs. We should not have interfered.
She is a lucky girl to have met such unselfish people. In the times to come, a ruler will need support from individuals like you. I hear you seek the Mekon.
Yes. The Mechon devastated our homes, and we lost many loved ones.
Revenge is your goal?
It is.
You are honest.
I do not want to hide our true intentions. Our very existence is at stake.
Unwavering, too. Shulk, you are the master of the Monado. But there is something that must be said.
What is it?
Long before our forefathers built this empire, two titans, the Bionis and the Mechonis, fought a vicious battle. Is this known among Homs?
Yes. It is told to us as children. The two fought and died, killing many creatures in the process. Their remains became our worlds, bringing forth new life on Bionis. That's how we were made.
The Bionis shall awaken once again.
Alvis told me the same thing.
This is not just the vision of a seer. All of Macna knows. The Telethia are as old as the Bionis itself, and now they disturb the ether. That disturbance can only lead to one thing.
But why is this happening now?
This is an inscription left by our forefathers. It is written, "Descendants of Antiqua, when the ether cries, the Bionis awakes. Mistake not the signs, and heed the sword's return. Trap its power, and assure eternal prosperity." All life born on Bionis affects the ether. The Mechon's assault is just the beginning. And these events were set in motion when you used the sword against them.
We used it because we...
Because you needed to. Without it, you could not survive. I cannot dispute this fact. I believe the inscription speaks of these very events with the Mechon. But if their assault continues, if more lives are lost, soon the Bionis will awake. And not only the High Entia, but all life will perish. Do you see, Shulk?
You're talking about total extinction.
Correct. Which is why the Mechon's invasion must be stopped.
Then you'll help us. Your Majesty, we need Imperial sanction to enter Prison Island. Will you permit us entry?
What will you do there?
I saw it in a vision. We will fight a faced Mechon. They must pay for what they did.
Then you will have seen him too. On Prison Island, our forefathers sealed something away, just as they did to the Monado. All records have been lost, and there is now no way to know what it was.
Is it connected to the awakening of the Bionis?
I do not know, but our forefathers must have had good reason. We must trust their decision. Shulk, allow me some time to deliberate. Above all else, I will consider the safety of Bionis. You are our Bionis brethren. We will not ignore your plight.
I understand. This is not our homeland. If you decide not to let us go, I will accept your decision.
I am sorry.
It's... okay.
One more thing.
Yes?
I ask this not as Emperor Saurian Antiqua, but as a father. I do not demand that you act as Melia's protector, but I would be honored if you would be her friend. This is my humble request.
It would be my honor.
The Telethia are on the move.
Yes.
That fleshy fool will go for the Monado. What of the faces?
Repairs to metal are complete.
And Nemesis?
Nemesis is...
The Homs with the Monado. He has reached Erith Sea?
Yes.
Then there is only one place for them to go. Yet he will not dare unleash such power. No matter. Bugs must still be exterminated. It is time to test our new toy. commence the assault on Bionis.
Can this be true?
It will happen soon.
I saw Melia. She was fighting a battle against a Mechon with a strange group of arms.
Yes.
That sword, could it be the... Could it possibly... And that location, was it...
The vision is a sign. By your will, it can be changed.
For now, we must consider all things. Everything. The capital. And the lives of our people depend on it.
Wow! Take a look at that! A high-end air show!
Bird people fly higher than knock-on birds.
They've got some neat tricks. Shook, I think that's Melia up there.
By the authority of our divine ancestors, I, Melia Antiqua, am honored to accept the responsibility of becoming your next benevolent ruler. Should I be deemed unworthy of this calling, or fail to protect the ancestors or the Bionis, I promise here and now to throw myself on the mercy of you, the people.
Most majestic. That fragile girl in the forest is a distant memory.
But which one is the real Melia?
I ask this not as Emperor Saurian Antiqua, but as a father. I do not demand that you act as Melia's protector, but I would be honored if you would be her friend.
No, it's not like that. They're one and the same girl. I think.
And what did you see, Alvis?
Oh, it's you.
Don't play games.
No need to be angry. I only wanted to analyze the boy. Which was the point, no? I did not interfere with your ministerial affairs. In fact, you should be thanking me.
I wonder if he feels the same.
We have all the information we need. We know that such a Telethia cannot hurt them. You see, nothing can befall him before he sees his dream fulfilled.
Brand spanking new. Nothing like an ether change and a new paint job. We don't need her. Look at me! Look at me, goody two-shoes! Let's just see if you hold back the screams when his blade gets a taste of you! I love a warm welcome. Let's settle this machine to machine!
So they've got a new crown princess. 3 cheers for Melia.
Right, but we're still no closer to that murdering-faced Mechon.
Once we reach Prison Island, we'll get our chance. I've seen us there. It must be true.
Shulk, man. Maybe we can still persuade Bigwings. Melia's crown princess now. I reckon the Emperor might change his mind.
Maybe.
Rhine, the Emperor's request was clear. Give him time. There's more to this island than we know. Things are at play here that reach beyond our understanding.
Done right. Ricky and friends visit Melly now.
Hey, the adults are talking, Pops.
Ricky want to see Melly. Ricky think Melly's sad too.
She might like the distraction. All those stiff ceremonial duties. You decide, Shulk.
Ricky say yes.